What I told enantiomers means?
Enantiomers are the stereoisomers.
Enantiomers means what I told?
Stereoisomers. Non-superimposable.
No proper response.
These are the non-superimposable mirror images and
Good.
having known as enantiomers.
Non-superimposable and
Mirror images.
Yes. I given the different types of examples for this enantiomers in the last class. Okay. This is the tartaric acid, which example we choose it. What I told enantiomers means they are the mirror images,
And non-superimposable.
non-superimposable. Okay. Then you can see that I shown the best example is our hand. Just listen, who are absent for the last classes, listen carefully. Just show your hand towards the mirror, then another hand inside of the mirror, it's look like this. It means what here? Thumb matching with the thumb, little finger matching with the little finger. Everything look like similar. Is it right or not? Okay. But what he told, they are mirror images. Enantiomers means they are the mirror images. But they are non-superimposable. One on another hand. Just see here. Little finger, thumb. Little finger, thumb. It means what here? It is not matching. Not matching means what? They are non-superimposable. They are non-superimposable. Don't try like this because these are the mirror images. Okay. Non-superimposable means one on another hand. These are the non-superimposable. That type of compounds we are calling as the enantiomers. What we are calling? Enantiomers. Okay. Just see this example how it will be. This is the tartaric acid I told. In this case you might be observing OH similar side, OH similar side, it's matching. See, when you will be seeing the mirror, OH similar side, hydrogen is away. In this also hydrogen is away. In this also see hydrogen is away, hydrogen is away. Upper side acid, this acid, this acid, this acid. It's matching. Means what? They are the mirror image. That's the meaning of the enantiomers. They are the mirror images, but they are non-superimposable. How they are non-superimposable? That also I drawn the structure. How it will be? Here I will draw small structure. See here, why we are calling non-superimposable means, see here hydrogen is there, but here hydroxyl is there. Here also you can see hydrogen is there, but here hydroxyl is there. It is not going to match. Even this also not going to match. That's why it is called what?
Non-superimposable.
Non-superimposable. Combination of these two only, non-superimposable mirror images. Just what I did, I kept this structure and this structure. This structure I kept just here on this structure. That's why it's shown like this. It is not going to be match. That's why it's called as the non-superimposable. That's why they are called what? Mirror images, but non-superimposable. Hence they are called as the enantiomers. What example you are seeing here? It is symmetric or asymmetric?
Symmetric, sir. When we see the plane, internal plane of symmetry.
Internal plane of symmetry also there. Is it right or not? Then you will be called, this is optically active. Optically? Then what I should do for this? What I should do for this? Instead of here OH, I can write here OH. Here H. Now see here also what we have to do? H. Here?
OH.
OH. Now see, this is the symmetric or asymmetric?
Asymmetric.
Asymmetric. Now it is perfectly asymmetric. Now it is optically active or inactive?
Optically active.
Optically active. Why it is optically active? They are having the different types of configuration. Is it right? Different types of configuration. But in the simple way, I shown that they are the enantiomers or not. These are the enantiomers. Why these are the enantiomers means they are mirror images to each other, but they are non-superimposable. Okay, they are not the superimposable. That's why what they are called? Enantiomers. They have the identical physical and as well as the chemical properties, very identical. You can take any chemical properties. IR, infrared spectroscopy, same. Why it is same? Same functional group it has. This has the two OH groups, two acid groups. This one also having the two acid groups, two OH group. In the IR we can see only the functional groups like OH, like acid groups or any other groups, functional groups. It means IR will be give same for this compound also, this compound also. IR will be remain same. In the UV also it will be remain same. And NMR also it will be remain same. UV means absorption. Absorption of the UV light at the same wavelength. This one also, this one also. Because they are having the same functional group. That's why they will be having the same physico-chemical properties, like melting points also same, boiling point also same. It is not going to be changed. Like the chemical properties like IR also same, UV also same, and proton NMR also same. That is the reason perfectly we are calling as these are the enantiomers. Initially what we wrote, that is not the enantiomer, because same side I wrote the OH groups, same side I wrote the H groups. Okay, that purposefully I did that one, because we should have to be know they are optically inactive or optically active. Enantiomer means optically active. It means what? You should not write both the OH group or similar site, because when we will be cut into half this molecule, that side it should be different, this side it should be different. For the diastereomers, which example I given in the last class, which will be having the 3 stereogenic center, no?
Yes, sir.
Last class which I given. This is the example I given. How many stereo centers, chiral centers it have? 3 chiral centers. What are those? This is one, because 4 different group attached to this carbon. One, this is the aldehyde, this is the hydrogen, this is the OH, this is the bulky group. 4 are different. This is one chiral center. Another one is what? This one. Another one is this one. This carbon also having the 4 different. That's why how many stereogenic centers are there? 3 stereogenic centers are there. In this also you can see, this is one, 4 different atoms attached. Here also, here also. Total stereogenic centers are 3. Okay. They are the mirror images.
No, sir.
Mirror images?
No, sir.
There are no mirror images. No mirror images, no identical. According to diastereomers definition, it is what? Diastereomers are those compounds.
They are non-identical, non-superimposable mirror images.
గుంపులో గోవింద. గుంపులో గోవింద. అంతేనా? What we told as stereomers? Non-identical stereoisomers.
Identical, non-superimposable mirror images.
Okay, non-mirror images. We came to know this one. This is non-mirror image because here OH is there, here hydrogen is there. That's why particularly this center, it is different. This carbon, it is different. It is having multiple stereogenic centers. How many multiple means? 1, 2, 3. 3 stereogenic center it is having. According to the diastereomers definition, one stereo center, at least minimum one stereo center configuration should be different. They will be have the three stereogenic centers, but one stereogenic center configuration it will be vary, minimum that one, but not all. Another condition is what? All stereogenic centers should not be different. 3 stereogenic centers it is having means 1 or 2 they might be different. 1 or 2 they might be different, not all 3. But according to the diastereomeric definition, one stereogenic center should be different, but not all. That type of stereoisomers, what we are calling? Diastereomers. They are not mirror image because this one it is not going to match with this side. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
Here hydrogen is there, here OH is there. That's why these are the non-mirror images. Easily you can write non-mirror images. They are superimposable or non-superimposable?
Non-superimposable.
Non-superimposable. But they are non-mirror images. And they will be having the multiple stereogenic centers. In that one stereogenic center, at least one stereogenic center should be have the different configuration. How it will be? For that we have to take out the configuration based on the atomic number. We'll take down the configuration here. Just see, we'll go for this one first. Here oxygen is there. Here what is there? Carbon is there. Okay, first atom we have to be choose. Here oxygen, here carbon. Here also carbon. Here hydrogen. Hydrogen is the least prior. We'll give the 4th number. Then see, this having the more atomic number than the carbon. That's why oxygen will be going to get the first priority. The next it will be goes to aldehyde. The next it will be goes to this moiety. Because here also carbon is there, here also carbon is there. But here carbonyl oxygen is there. That you can write C double bond O. To the CHO we are writing like this, CH double bond O. Double bond O means according to their rules, here it will be having the 2 oxygens. How many oxygens? 2 oxygens. It indicates that aldehyde, it is more prior than the alcohol. More prior than the alcohol. That's why after carbon, here 2 oxygens, it will be attached. But after carbon, this one attached to 1 oxygen, 1 carbon. Then which one is bigger? Oxygens are bigger. That's why this see here, I told that we came to know the priority of the groups already we given 1, 2, 3. Then what I told, we have to be least bother about the least prior group, hydrogen. We should not consider that one. According to the configuration rule, we should not be consider the least prior one. Now you can draw the arrow mark. 1, then 2, then 3. It is clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Anti-clockwise.
Now it is anti-clockwise, but hydrogen present on the horizontal line. Another rule is that When the hydrogen present on the horizontal line, anti-clockwise becomes
Clockwise.
clockwise. That will become in the Fisher projection when we will be draw the structure, 2D structure. Then S becomes R here. That's why the configuration is what? R. What about remaining configurations? What configuration it will be get here? Already I given you.
R, sir.
R.
S.
This one?
R.
R. But here what configuration?
S.
Yes. Here?
R.
R. Here?
R.
Just see. Huh?
No, sir. S. No, sir. S.
Here it is R means it should be S here.
This one R, because the function group has been changed. In the last example,
S, sir.
H was this side. Or this side.
Hydroxide group people come.
If you do the configuration again,
No, diastereomers. Wait. Don't be worried. Just wait. We'll see. 1, 2, then 3, then 4. Then we are drawing.
S become R, sir.
Then it will becomes R.
S.
Okay. Then these two becomes S. These two becomes S.
S, sir. అప్పుడు ఎట్లా అవుతుంది
Okay. I don't want to take the chance for this one also. This is the one. Okay. Then here CHO is there. Carbon is there. Oxygen is there. Here carbon is there. Carbon is there. That's why this is the more prior. This is the 2. This is the 3. This is the 4. Now it will come clockwise.
Clockwise become
Then it will
anti-clockwise.
become anti-clockwise. This one also same, anti-clockwise. See in this example, in the last class I given same example.
No, sir.
Then what
The
you wrote?
transformation of O.
Okay, let it be, because when we will be write the different configuration or different thing, the confusion it will be create. That confusion is better for the understanding. More better for the understanding. Because last time I given the different example, easily you understood that those examples. Now here what happens? All this will be having the R configuration, but here R configuration remaining two are the S configuration. Means at one position only the configuration is similar. Configuration is similar. Other two positions configuration is different. According to diastereomers, what I told?
Only one stereo center should be different.
Minimum one stereogenic center configuration will be vary.
Yes, sir.
In this case example we are observing configuration will be vary for the two stereogenic centers. For how many stereogenic center?
Two stereogenic centers.
Two stereogenic centers. Still it is called as the diastereomers. But not all the stereogenic centers should be same or different, according to the diastereomeric definition. Okay. Then what I told in the last class example is what? That one also I will write here. Here which group is there?
OH group, sir.
Here OH. Here H. In this case H. H. Here OH. Here OH. This is the last class example. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This also diastereomer only. But in this case you can observe the configuration. Only the configuration vary where? Here which configuration we are going to get?
S configuration.
Here remaining two positions?
R.
R and R. It means what? At one position only the configuration is vary. One position only configuration is vary. Okay. That's why they are also called as the diastereomers. Understood? They are also called as the diastereomers. Then what is the difference between the enantiomers and diastereomers?
Then a non-mirror.
Enantiomers are the mirror images, but these are the non-mirror images. That is the major difference what we are going to be find. When we will be see the symmetry, They are also asymmetric. These are also asymmetric. Is it right or not? That's why these molecules are the optically active. Optically active. Enantiomers also optically active. Diastereomers also optically active. But when comes to the physicochemical properties, for enantiomers it will be same, but the diastereomers it will be vary. It will be vary because only the one reason is that these are not the mirror images, but the enantiomers are the mirror images. That is the reason its physicochemical properties it will be different. Like refractive index different, optical density different. What example I given for the mesomers?
Tartaric acid, sir.
Tartaric acid only. Yes, please. COH. Downside also.
COH.
Here. Here. H. COH. Downside also. But in this case, here. OH. Here also. OH. This example I given.
Yes.
What is mean by mesomers I told?
They are mirror images with superimposable.
Mirror images
With superimposable.
superimposable. See, mirror images superimposable. Lot of difference is there when you will be see the enantiomers and the mesomers as well as the diastereomers. In the enantiomers, diastereomers, there the configuration it will be different also or same also, but the position of the groups it will be vary. Just for this compound also you can see that one, if I change this OH from here to here, then it will become different. Now see, this is the mesomer now. How it will be the mesomer? According to the mesomeric definition,
It is a mirror image.
they are optically inactive first.
Yes, sir.
They are optically
Inactive.
and they are mirror images. Mirror images, then superimposable. When they are superimposable, internal plane of symmetry. When we fold like a textbook, this one, when we will be fold like a textbook from here center, the symmetry will be same. How it will be same? OH will become at the OH plus, H will become at the H plus, COH will become at the COH plus. When you will be fold this molecule with the internal plane of symmetry. With the internal plane of symmetry. It means what? They are the symmetric. Who are the symmetric? Mesomeric compounds are the symmetric. But they are mirror images. At the same time, they are optically inactive. Why means optically inactive means already I told. See the configuration of this one. This will be get the first position. This is the second. This is the third. This is the fourth. Then when we will be draw, anti-clockwise becomes clockwise because hydrogen present on the horizontal line. That's why it is R. Then the configuration of this one is this one. R I S sir, this one.
Yes, sir.
1, then 2, then 3, then right. It is coming clockwise. Clockwise means it will become anti-clockwise because hydrogen present on the horizontal. Now see in this case. For example, optical rotation of this position is, you might be think it is the plus 15 degree. How much? Plus 15 degree. It will be have opposite configuration. Yes.
Minus 15.
It will becomes minus 15 degree. Plus 15 minus 15. 0 means optical activity will be 0. It means mesomer compounds are the optically inactive. Optically inactive. That is the difference when compared with the diastereomers as well as the enantiomers. Enantiomers are optically active, but the mesomers are optically inactive. Because enantiomers are the asymmetric, but mesomers are the symmetric. That also when we will be take the internal plane of symmetry. Which symmetry? Internal plane of symmetry. That's why these compounds are called as the meso compounds, or they are called as the mesomers. This is all about the enantiomers as well as the diastereomers as well as the mesomers. Where in the diastereomers only we discuss about the epimers. I will give another example for that. We will be take the glucose D-glucose structure. I will write the glucose structure. See carefully. Total it is having the 6 carbons. See how to write the glucose structure. Total how many? 6 carbons. Ma enka fun cheddamma meedi meer maatlaadu. I am here for you. You are making mockery means I will get angry for you. Total 6. 1 is there, 2 is there, then 3, 4, 5, 6. Then see. Right, left, right, right. This is the structure of the glucose. Then what type of glucose? It is the D-glucose or L-glucose. How you can say it is D-glucose? On the penultimate carbon. On the penultimate carbon means second last carbon. Remember for the any compound. Remember that. On the penultimate carbon means on the second last carbon. Second last carbon. The functional group like amine groups, like hydroxy groups, especially in the sugar moieties. Especially in the sugar moieties. If they are right side, it is represented with the D. The right side it is represented with the D based on this OH group on the penultimate carbon. Second last carbon. This is about the relative configuration. Their configuration, 2 types are there in your syllabus next. Absolute configuration, relative configuration. This is the relative configuration. Based on the penultimate carbon, remember that penultimate carbon, that is second last carbon, functional group will be right side, it is called as the capital D. If it is functional group will be left side, it is called as the L. That's how we are giving the relative configuration. Especially for the which molecules? Sugar molecules. Now see, I will write the epimers of this one. I am not writing the mirror images structure. Don't be confused that. I am not writing any mirror images. Okay. Just I wrote these 3 structures. Where you will be think they are the different structures. I will give the positions for this. First position, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now see this structure, just to see the arrangement of the functional groups. Arrangement of the functional groups. Where they are different compared to the glucose. Just see, compared to the glucose. Which position? Especially this molecule. Which position?
Second position.
Because see, second position, OH group is right side. Here it is left side. But in this case, you can see OH group is the left side, not at the right side. But remaining all the position you can see, OH is left side, OH is left side, OH is right side, OH is right side, OH is right side, OH is right side. In the same fashion, you check for this one.
Fourth and fifth.
Which position?
Fourth position.
Fourth position. These two are called as the epimers for the D-glucose. Because the arrangement will be vary only at the one position. Only at the one position. In this case, second position. That's why it is called as the D-mannose. Because why it is D-mannose? On the penultimate carbon, the OH group is the right side. That's why it is called as the D. Here you can see. This is the D or L?
D, sir.
D only, because the penultimate OH group at the right side. Then it is called as the D-galactose. Galactose, mannose, both are the epimers for the glucose. Both they are the epimers for the glucose. Why we are calling they are the epimers? The arrangement of the group is different only at the single position. Only at the single position. They are called as the epimers. Take down the example. This is the best example for the epimers. If they will be asked in the exam. Now, mannose as well as the galactose, both they are the epimers for the what? Epimers for the glucose. Epimers for the glucose. Whenever they ask in the examination, give this one. Best example for the epimers. They will ask for 5 marks also, 2 marks also. This all the things important for your GPAT examinations also. Nothing is different GPAT examination. The basic things only involved. They will give the 4 structures or 1 structure he will give. Then he will be asked you to find the epimers. How many epimers are there in the given structure? A, B, C, D he will give. This is called the fructose. In the fructose, how many stereo centers are there? Stereogenic centers are there. In the GPAT, they will be asked like this only. Where the 3? Third carbon, fourth carbon, fifth carbon. How many stereogenic centers in the fructose? 3 stereogenic centers are there.